folks. Welcome to a special edition of Tuesday Night Talks. We kind of flipped, and by the way, that is my son in the background, Arthur. He is 4 and knows no boundaries. Anyway, we changed our topic for tonight because we've had so many people asking for immune boosting therapies and systems, if Energywork helps with that and things like that. And hi, Leanne, how are you? Thanks for joining us. And I wanted to make sure to get the information out there.
Hello.
And this is our in-house energy worker, Antoinette, from Spiral Healing Energies, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Now, Antoinette, I'm going to have you talk to me a little bit about how Energywork is going to help out with that. And by the way, yes, my son is stripping in the background. Anyway, go ahead.
For one thing, it's just going to bring more positive energy to the whole situation going on. So that's going to be a win-win.
But, I mean, energy work as far as interpersonal, getting your chakras balanced, things like that.
It's going to balance you out. It's going to balance the universe.
Make it a little more personal.
Let's see here.
If I were to come in and get Reiki done, what would it do for my health and immunoresponse?
It depends.
Hi, Kelly.
That's a complicated question, actually. I always tell my clients that they come into my space feeling better than when they got there. Okay. So that's what I do, promise. Far as anything else, I tell them that they're going to feel better than when they came into the shop than when they leave.
Now, I know with energy work, people think of the physical body and the spiritual body and energetic body completely separate, but it's actually all interwoven and tied in together. So would you say that when your energy is attuned, when it is enlivened and revitalized and invigorated and, well, reset, in the case of chakras and energy meridians, would you say that you actually feel better physically and some of your physical symptoms disappear? By the way, quick thing, we are not medical professionals. We do not claim to be. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. And threatening my child in the background so he doesn't decide to climb up the bookcase. Yeah. Dada's at work. So, now I also wanted to go over some of the things you can do to help boost your immunity. I mean, I've already done a video on how to make your own disinfecting wipes and sanitizer, hand sanitizer, and sprays and things like that. And there will be an article forthcoming about all the recipes and the different levels you can do, from all the way just basic to completely all natural. There are a lot of essential oils that actually work better than most of your sanitizing agents. Hello, Delia. How are you? Thanks for joining us. But I did want to go over a couple of the supplements that I feel have really helped me in the past. They took me from getting sick 6 to 7 months out of the year to getting sick 1 month, maybe, over an entire year. So, one is a great multivitamin. Nature's Bounty is a good one. Zinc is an absolute must. Vitamin C. And oddly enough, you wouldn't think about it, but L-theanine, and that helps to combat stress and control your stress response. Hang on. Hold this just for a second.
Okay.
Go ahead. Talk.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. I probably should have just canceled this broadcast. But anyway. So the other couple of supplements are going to be your vitamin B6 and your vitamin E, both very, very, very important for immunity boosting. Hi, Heidi. How are you? All right. Now, I want to go over some of your top essential oils. Now, keep in mind, you can diffuse these. You can put some in your food, but really you don't want to take these internally because your GI tract is going to kill off most of the benefits as it's coming through. And you also have a possibility of overloading your liver if you use too much. So, top essential oils outside of the ones in my cleaner essential oil blend that I already mentioned in my previous video. But I will go over that again. Eucalyptus is going to be a great one. It helps, it's got a really long history in curing phlegm, pulling out phlegm and congestion, but it also helps boost your immune system. It's an anti-inflammatory, oxidant, and bacterial. Now, frankincense is another one, and it's that one is not one you'd really think about normally, but it's antimicrobial, it's antioxidant, it's also an antidepressant. And one of the big things, and I think you will agree, Antoinette, is when you are sick, you have to keep your attitude positive.
Yes.
The second you get sick, you have to try and stay positive, and that's hell because you already feel like crap.
Yeah.
So frankincense is really wonderful for that. The other one is going to be oregano. I know, right? It's a cooking spice. Now, the spice and the herb also do wonders, but the essential oil is amazing. It's antioxidant, immune system stimulator, antiviral, and great for the respiratory. Next one is going to be thyme. And now I don't know if you guys had the grannies who would make a lot of soup and things like that, but you would find a lot of thyme, oregano, different spices in there, and you'd wonder why. They all tasted great, but at certain seasons, those spices go up in the food. That's because thyme is one of your best ones for fighting off flus and colds and illness. It has the active ingredient thymol in it. I'm probably slaughtering that pronunciation, but that sucker is really great for antibacterial and all kinds of other stuff. Also, I have not tried this myself, but if you combine it with either primrose or ivy oil, you can actually make a really efficient cough syrup, but that's just for fun. It's also antimicrobial, and it heightens the immune activity. Now, here are some of the other ones. These are not the top 4, but these are some sideline ones that I think you can get a lot of benefit out of, and that I have used personally to very good effect. One of the blends I love using is peppermint and eucalyptus. I put it in therapy baths for my son and I when he's really sick, when he has the ear infections, and it helps to drain all that stuff out and kind of just ground him out so he can sleep. And then I also diffuse it at night, and that shortens the duration of the illness. It helps you kick it faster. So, lemon essential oil, immune stimulant, anti-nausea, just all around amazing stuff. Rosemary, antiviral. Tea tree, that's just absolutely wonderful. Unless you have pets, in which case you cannot use it because most dogs and cats are allergic to it. So, don't use tea tree if you got pets. But it's an immune stimulant, it's an antiseptic, and an antibacterial. Clove bud, antibacterial, heals gut infections. It's awesome. Also, it's a good way to take away tooth pain. Cinnamon, antibacterial and antifungal. Hence, the pumpkin spice lattes at fall, they're going to have a lot of cinnamon in them so you can keep healthy. Another good reason to get a pumpkin spice latte. Antoinette?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. I thought I was going to be the one zoned down because I just had a chiropractic treatment. All right. Now, I'm going to go over a few herbs. This is going to be kind of a long list, and yes, I will be writing an article on it. I just have to get my crap together to actually do the article, and I have to feel good enough. Hence the emergency chiropractic treatment. Doug Brockman Chiropractic in Waukee is amazing, and hopefully he'll be doing a video soon talking about some of the supplements he uses and things like that. He's awesome. If you get a chance, go see him. Anyway, no, I do not get kickbacks for advertising any of this stuff. He's just awesome, so I want to let people know. Okay, so garlic, obviously. Garlic is one of your number one plague and infection fighters. It is great. It is like the best. Throw it in every soup, every meat, every dish. I don't care if you smell like garlic. At least you won't get sick. I would rather smell like garlic and onions than be sick because I hate being sick. So this is the time of year where garlic goes into every dish. And it's kept us pretty healthy outside of the 3 weeks when the whole household was just miserably sick. That was fun, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, echinacea. Everybody knows about the immune supporting properties of echinacea. Ginger, antiviral, anti-nausea. It also helps to boost the immune system and clean out gut health simply because... Can you make sure he doesn't kill himself and die?
Yes.
Thank you. Being a boy mom, right? That's why I have all the gray hairs now. Anyway, but no, it also helps with gut health. And this is also why probiotics, yogurt, things like that are so important. Because if you have a lot of stuff laying in your gut that should not be there, it's going to make you sicker because the body's going to reabsorb a lot of that stuff that does not need to be there. It's already processed. You need to get it out. Okay, so turmeric, anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Part of the reason why you need the anti-inflammatories, just like Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Yes, definitely. Hi, everyone. Y'all being safe. Yes, we are. All of us are. Anyway, part of the reason why you don't want inflammation and you want to fight that inflammation, it's the same reason why you take ibuprofen. Inflammation causes pain, but it also blocks up the system. So you can't move anything, and it also it's swelling. So it's going to push all your muscles, everything out of alignment, and it's just going to make things worse. You want that inflammation gone and passed out. Okay, Don Key. It's an immunobooster and a revitalizer. It's also commonly called astragalus. Yes, I'm slaughtering that pronunciation. But you have to take it daily while all the sickness is going on. That way it's a daily vitamin support. Delia. I heard drinking boiled garlic water or vinegar and salt gargle will kill our new virus. True? I'm not sure. I have not had the virus, knock on wood, thankfully yet, and none of my family has yet. So I don't know. But if you get the virus, give it a shot. I will tell you, I would do probably a pinch of prevention versus a pound of cure on this. Just start cooking with thyme, oregano, cilantro, garlic. Start diffusing the oils. Start taking the supplements, because your goal is to not get sick, even when people around you are getting sick. I know that's a crazy goal, but hey. Delia, I use turmeric every day when I can. It helps with my arthritis. I always use it in eggs. Nice! Okay, way to go. If you want to get a really good tea going for when you're ill, do turmeric, cinnamon, honey, and ginger in hot water. It's amazing. Do that 2 to 3 times a day. It kicks everything pretty fast. Anyway, okay. Elderberry's another good one. And my son is about to ramp off a box. Okay, we're good. We're good. He's not. Okay. Anyway, I'm a little distracted. Elderberry is great for immune support. It relieves coughs, colds, congestions. I think we've all heard about elderberry syrup by now. Oregano. The actual herb is amazing. When you cook with it, when you put it in foods, it does help to boost your immune system, and it's also really good sources of vitamin A, C, and E. And yes, I made a bunch of notes because I knew I was going to forget stuff if I just went and wung it. Thyme, also amazing. Throw thyme in all your soups, stews, meats, foods, and yank out that crock pot because it's definitely that season. Licorice root. Now, this is good for a lot of ailments. It's good for coughs. It boosts the adrenals, and it helps to support you during times of stress. But it's also a really good diuretic. Peppermint. Everybody knows about that. It's awesome. Use peppermint all the time. Peppermint tea, everything. It actually can help with some symptoms of COPD. Cayenne pepper. Activates the circulatory system, immune boost, cough suppressant, and it's also a really good GI tract cleaner. Yay! So if you actually stir that up in the cinnamon and ginger and turmeric tea, it will help flush everything out of your digestive tract, especially if you're lactose intolerant and can't handle yogurts and things like that. Cinnamon, obviously, immune system stimulator, blood sugar regulation, all kinds of fun stuff. You've got dandelion. Now you can use, Delia, can you post this on your site, like what helps what and how to use it? Yes, actually I will. Like I said, I will be doing an article. I just have to get everything together to do it, and I have to have enough time to sit down and write it without my son, like, jumping across the keyboard. He's so sweet right now. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, but yes, I will definitely be posting this because this is a long list. A little bit longer than I had originally intended, but I wanted to try and be thorough for you guys. and I sell most of these. So it's good to know what they're for. Anyway, I actually am working on a chart to put up on the wall. That way you guys can just go in and at a glance get the herbs you need. But I have a lot of herbs, come to find out. I think I'm up to 200 varieties of herbs now, and that's a lot of writing and a lot of breaking down. So I'm working on it slowly. Anyway, so cinnamon and then dandelion. Now, you can use just about any part of the dandelion, but the root has the most nutrients and packs the most punch. It's a really good immune system booster and an anti-inflammatory. Osha root reduces inflammation, relieves congestion. Sage. Now, sage was a really good, it was a cough suppressant and expectorant in olden times. So whether you smoked it or drank it as a tea, it would get you to cough up and release all that congestion and mucus. But it's also a sore throat remedy, antiseptic, and antibacterial. Now, I've heard a lot about AHCC and andrographis, both of which I'm a little iffy on. They sound like they have really good properties, but I don't know about them yet, so I'm not... Oh, thank you. He is a dolly. Thank you. I'm not going to recommend these until I do a lot more research and have personal experience with them. Hey, Antoinette, want to try... Wow! Want to try ACH and andrographis and then get back to the people?
Sure, I'll do it.
All right. Hell yeah. Okay, so last couple of herbs that I'm going to pull out here are going to be, well, actually the last one, reishi mushroom. Now, I've heard a lot about it. I haven't had a lot of personal dealings, but quite a few of my clients swear by this. There's even a mushroom you can make into coffee. I tried the coffee. It was not good. I do not recommend it, but I did feel healthier. Anyway, reishi mushroom is a great immunobooster and for viral infections. That covers that. Now, remember, with all your herbs that I just pointed out, well, probably except for like the cayenne pepper, cinnamon, the really spicy ones, you can actually make these into bath teas and teas, especially bath teas. You can make them into soaks, compresses, all that kind of stuff. Diffuse the essential oils. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of exercise, and that is where Antoinette comes in.
Exercise is good for you. It's just going to make you feel better in general.
Now, I also know it boosts your endorphin level, too.
Yeah, it does that, too. Yeah.
And it releases stress.
Yes, it does that as well. That's why I do recommend exercise. It does make you feel better.
Now, I know you're kind of I hate to use the term, but gym rat. I know that.
Right.
How are the gyms doing on staying open late, or have they started closing?
They are closed.
Oh, Lord.
And the reason is just because of people sweating. Now, the gym I personally go to, we're really good about wiping out the machines, but the CDC is recommending for any groups of people for over like 10 people now. So even the restaurants are closing and doing the to-go orders, which I do understand. And like I said, I love to exercise. Endorphins make you happy, and it reduces stress, and it just, like I said, it just makes you feel better.
Okay.
And the other thing too is brings your mood and positivity and more energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, can you give me a couple recommendations for easy exercises people can do at home? Or are you're going to be holding some sort of class on this, aren't you?
Actually, yes. What I recommend, one of the best things you can do is breathing exercises. That's going to increase your lung capacity. That's also going to calm your mood down. And it's going to also strengthen your blood vessels as well in your heart.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That is awesome.
Absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
And that's something a person could do no matter what fitness level, is the breathing. Being very conscious of how they breathe.
Can you give me a demonstration?
Yes. So what I would recommend is just taking in a deep breath and just letting it out. Taking a deep breath. Just that prana air.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's really all about the breath and breathing. Because if you're not breathing correctly during yoga, during exercise, you're resisting. Pretty much.
Okay.
You're fighting against it.
And of course, exercise will help you sleep.
Yes.
Which is like imperative. It is the biggest thing when it comes to actually staying healthy.
Yes. And it also helps with your gut health because when you're moving, you're more regular.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So,
and that's another thing, a little bit about diet. Now, we are not medical professionals, but we do have some personal experience.
Yes.
And that's what I would like to share. As far as diet goes, what would you say is the number one thing for you dietary that keeps you healthy and keeps you moving? I mean, I know you exercise, you're an energy worker, you're actually pretty fitness and health conscious. Anyway,
yes.
And you actually tend to stay pretty healthy.
Yes. I've been vegan, vegetarian, and now I do eat meat. And I think it's all about what your body needs, and listening to your body is very, very important. What might be right for me may not be right for the next person. Right. But what I do definitely recommend is drinking plenty of water and putting lemon water, just squeezing lemons
into the water. Now, what about lime?
That too.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
I will tell you, I have been feeling a lot better since I went back to drinking the lemon water every day.
Yes.
It's kind of like a pH balancer.
Yes.
Feel a little bit cleaner. Like,
yes. Yes.
You know?
Definitely recommend, drinking enough water, getting enough fluids in your body.
Hi, Stacy. And yes, Delia, turmeric does help with arthritis too. That is awesome. You go for it. Stacy, I love going on walks. I'm always in a better mood and feel more energetic after a nice long walk. Yes.
Yes, correct. Yes.
And actually that is a great way to get your exercise in without going to a gym or having to stay home and do it.
Yes. And walking is some of the best exercise because it's good. Even if you have bad knees or whatever, you can still get out and walk. And even walking at a even slower pace, just get moving.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Any supplements you'd recommend from your own personal experience?
One I recommend is a whole body vitamin, and it's vitamin code. It is vegan and it's raw. And that's going to give you all the raw vegetables that you're not getting because you can only eat so much broccoli.
Right.
Other thing I recommend, it doesn't taste the best, but I swear by it. Try to grow or go to Whole Foods or Natural Grocers and get you some wheatgrass, fresh wheatgrass.
Really? So it does work?
It does. First, get some fresh wheatgrass and actually juice it. Okay. And then drink it immediately because you want it while it is alive. Very, very, very important while it's alive. Because once it's dried or in another form, it's not as effective. It is like eating 2.5 pounds of vegetables. Who does that in a day? Nobody.
I've actually done that before.
Well, you're different. We're different. I've done it too. Most average people are not going to eat 2.5 pounds of vegetables in a day.
Although fruit is a different story.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah.
You put a fruit tray down in front of me, it's toast. It's just done.
And the other thing, too, about wheatgrass is if you choose to, after you do the wheatgrass shot, you can chase it with some apple juice or something because it doesn't...
It tastes nasty. I tried it.
Some people don't like it. I remember I told a friend of mine, I have a treat for you. And I went and got her a wheatgrass shot. And I said, here. And she took it and she was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're not used to certain tastes. The other thing I'd also recommend too, if you are a non-vegan, non-vegetarian, I swear by bone broth.
Yeah, that is amazing stuff.
Yes, and you can make that yourself, which I recommend. But if you're not able to make it yourself, I recommend getting it in the box form. You can get it at Trader Joe's, Natural Grocers, Whole Foods, and it's about $3 a box. Very affordable.
Okay.
And it will boost your metabolism and your immune system as well.
Jen Hunter, fermented foods are a must for good gut health. Yes,
Yes.
I would say that.
Yes.
Delia, so are you saying get some fresh wheatgrass?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so sorry, guys. This wasn't my idea. Okay, here you go.
Yes, absolutely. I do recommend investing and getting some fresh wheatgrass. Absolutely, if you can do it, yes.
Now, also, I remember you saying you were passionate about a shot of apple cider vinegar in the mornings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Lowers your blood pressure, regulates your blood sugar, does a lot of things for your body in general. You do want to dilute it or usually mix it with something because it's can be quite acidy on your teeth and kind of burn a little bit going down, but definitely diluting it with something, and it also increases your metabolism as well.
Now, I've also heard it was an old gypsy cure for rheumatism, which was just swelling and inflammation and pain.
Yes.
So...
And anytime you have inflammation, you're going to have problems.
Right. Yeah.
Inflammation is not your friend.
The other thing I will say, and I don't know about you, but for me, it's really important for me to get to the chiropractor regularly when it comes to getting sick. And I've noticed that the reason I started paying attention was because of my son. When he was having his ear infections and everything, it was actually Antoinette who recommended me to go.
The C3, C4 is connected to your ears, your throat, and all your nasal cavities. So when you get that aligned, it aligns your whole nervous system.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, dear Lord.
So
no.
And chiropractic care, what I love is originally it was actually to keep you overall healthy. It was more of a preventative than more of just releasing pain. And I think people now corresponded to, oh my gosh, my body hurts. Your body hurts because it's just showing you that you need to take better care of yourself.
Delia, I remember seeing a list of like 20 things that white vinegar will help with. Check it out online. It's really good. Now, white vinegar, I stick with white vinegar more on the side of cleaning because it's wonderful for anti-mildew, anti-mold. Okay. That sucker kills so much stuff. It's awesome.
Yes.
I've never ingested it, though, so I don't know. I do not know, but I will check it out.
And I recommend, of course, doing your research on that as well. So.
All right. So, diet, exercise, supplements. If you guys have any more questions, just hit us up in the comments or message us on Facebook. This video is going to go to YouTube and Instagram and all that other stuff and the website. And like I said, there will be an article listing all this stuff. But we wanted to get this out there in the wake of the coronavirus madness, which I still say is BS, but keep yourself healthy anyway.
One other comment, one last thing. The other thing that Energywork will also do is it will lessen your anxiety towards situations, which is going to be good for everything going on now. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. So
now, I can tell you with my experiences with Energywork and also with my husband's experiences and from what I've seen it do to my son, it actually has a tendency to help flush out stagnant, unwanted energy or energy from other people that's just kind of hanging around, crowding in on you. Like, say, if you have a person with a chronic illness, sometimes their energy is going to bleed over into yours, and all of a sudden you're feeling phantom pains, and you're like, what? Wait a minute, what?
Yes,
so, yeah.
Yes, it will definitely help with that as well.
Now, how often do you recommend people get energy work done? Even just like a light touch-up?
I would say at least do something like that once a month. You have to do something to balance your system, balance your body out.
Now, I will tell you guys, for my family, we're doing chiropractic care with this stuff twice a month, and then we're doing the energy work about twice a week now, because my husband, he's actually got a new position. He's driving for DART paratransit, but he's out and about in public. So we're putting a premium on keeping everyone healthy. And of course, my son, he stays home with me and stuff like that. He doesn't go to daycare, but still, Daddy does bring home a lot of germs. It doesn't matter how much hand sanitizer you use. You're still going to bring in germs, and you're still going to come into contact with them. So I would say, how often are we going to you? Like 3 times a week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Just to let you know. But I do get a little bit of a deal. I get a quantity discount. Anyway, but I am going to cut it off for right now, because my tiny wub is like, mommy. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And from Des Moines New Age Shop, this is Tuesday Night Talk. Have a good night.
Good night.